What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and I recently came across the idea of doing an oil change with an oil extractor. This essentially allows you to suck the oil out of an engine through the dipstick channel. As a result, there's less chance of making a mess, and if you have easy access to the oil filter, you don't even have to lift the car and make the entire process much safer. Most of the extractors that I've seen are manual in the sense that you have to use a hand pump to create a vacuum that sucks the oil out. Electronic extractors are available, but they are generally more expensive. Well, after some looking around, I found an electronic oil extractor that only costs about $20. This particular extractor is listed under the name Yatech, but it seems like this product is sold wholesale and various vendors just buy and resell them under whatever name they feel like. I bought this Yatech extractor because it was the cheapest version that I could find. If you're interested in this particular device, I'll put a link in the description that leads you to this exact one, but if you find something that looks similar and is cheaper, just go with that because they're all the same. When you buy this product, it comes disassembled. We have the extractor itself with the attached battery terminal leads. We also get two clear hoses and hose clamps. The hoses attach to either side of the extractor and are held in place by the hose clamps. For this video, I'll be testing this extractor out on my lawnmower. I'm pretty excited about this because if you've never changed a push lawnmower's oil before, this typically requires you to turn the entire lawnmower on its side and drain the oil through the oil filler neck. The whole process is just kind of a pain, so if I can get the oil out and have the lawnmower sit normally, that'll be great. With an oil extractor, the idea is that oil is sucked through one end and out the other. So to get started, we put the suction end of the hose into the dipstick channel, or in this case the oil filler neck, making sure that the hose reaches the bottom of the oil pan. Next, we put the other hose into the container that will hold the used oil. Finally, turn the extractor on and watch the oil come out. Remember, warm oil is going to flow faster than cold oil, so it's a good idea to run the engine and let it warm up prior to doing an oil change. How fast the oil extractor empties out an engine is largely going to depend on the oil capacity. On this lawnmower that holds less than a third of a quart, the process took less than a minute. Obviously, if you're using this extractor on a car, it's going to take a bit longer. When using an oil extractor, you know the job is complete when you hear gurgling from the tube, like when you suck liquid through a straw and all there's left is a few drops at the bottom. When this happens, you can try pulling and pushing the tube up and down a few times to try and get anything that's left over at the bottom. You may have noticed that I'm using an external battery. This is because the oil extractor requires 12-volt power. The extractor is intended to be used with the battery in the vehicle that you are doing an oil change on, but this lawnmower doesn't have a battery, so I needed an external source of power. But realistically, I would still use this spare battery to not put any excess stress on my car's battery when it's powered off. And there you have it, a simple, easy, and mess-free approach to doing an oil change. I personally really like the idea of doing an oil change like this because it makes the chances of making a mess go way down. Also, if you have a car that has a top-mounted oil filter or one that's just really easy to access, you won't even have to lift the car and put it on jack stands. The whole process is just much simpler. The main argument that I've seen against using an extractor is the possibility of leaving some oil behind in the pan. I personally feel that some oil is going to be left behind no matter how you change the oil. Some oil pans are just poorly designed and will leave behind oil even when the car is on stands and oil is drained through the plug. At the end of the day, it just comes down to what you're comfortable with. It's your car, do what you want with it. I for sure will continue to use the extractor for the lawnmower and will experiment with my cars in the future when the time comes for an oil change. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know down in the comments below with any of the thoughts or questions that you may have. Give this video a like if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.